Hello everyone, I'm Paul Ferguson. With me is Richard Beaupre. Welcome to the Forum in Milan for this, the final game of the 1994 World Ice Hockey Championships. Finland take on Canada. Both teams are undefeated in the competition, and what a game this should be. We've said that a couple of times throughout this tournament, but we're really counting on both teams to perform.
The two best teams have come together in this tournament for the gold medal. The Canadians and the Finns are the best two defensive teams. Each team coming into this game after having played 7 times each. They've got 1.29 goals against average. Mulish has done an outstanding job in the net for Finland. Bill Ranford has been spectacular for Canada.
The Finns will be playing from right to left. The Canadians start with their big line, a couple of kids and a veteran.
Great firepower from the Canadians. Korea with 12 points in 7 games. Shanahan 7 points. Sakic was 7. Sanderson, Robitaille, Thomas, and Arnott all have 6 points. For the Finns, Koivu leading the charts with 11 points. Curry with 10. 9 points for Makala. Lettinen with 8. Jutila 7. Kapanen and Helminen each have 6.
Laukkanen gets the touch from the face-off, and the Finns with massive support here in the Forum. That goes high. Ranford gets the stick on it, and Shanahan unable to tap that down as it goes all the way down the ice. This afternoon for the bronze medal match, they had in excess of 8,000. We expect a bigger crowd than that. The Swedes are the bronze medal winners. They beat the Americans 7-2. What a performance by them. But right now it's all about gold. The loser of this match will pick up silver. But neither team came here to play for that. The Canadians looking to get it over the blue. The little tap in, and Korea is dumped. Dulles steps on the ice. Quick changes here for both teams as that's flipped into the corner. It really has been a long competition. It's been a long season for these guys. And this is the final game. And I'm sure they're going to give well over 100%. Ricci taps it right up the middle. A shot. Mulish goes down. The rebound is there. Corson pumping in there, letting the shot go. The goaltender down as the icing whistle blows.
First 2 saves of the game go to Mulish, and there are a couple of good ones. Corson going right through the Finnish defense on a nice feed. Gets the first shot off. He's behind the defense. Keskinen's a forward. He's on the chase. He's never going to catch Corson there. The rebound is there. Mulish does an outstanding job of coming up with a rebound as well. The coaching staff for the Canadians feel that the Finnish defense overall are a bit small. The Canadian forwards are going to be leaning on them and bumping and grinding them all night.
Well, the Canadians haven't won a gold since 1961. The Finns have never won a gold. Kiprusoff along the boards. Kiprusoff being chased. Kiprusoff has Corson on his tail. Koivu wanted that off the boards, and it's flipped high into neutral ice territory. 1:32 gone on the first period. Lettinen, who's had a good competition, is behind the net, tries to get it out front. Lettinen is there. Koivu now from the side of the net. Throws that through the crease, and it bounces all the way out to Kiprusoff. Little tap along the boards. Peltonen is there. Peltonen being shadowed all the way, looks to do the wraparound right in front. Ranford goes down. Good defensive work by Duchesne to tie his man up, but the Finns continue to pressure. Loose puck out front. Peltonen goes in. Ranford down. Right in the crease. Big action on the Canadian goal with just 2 minutes and 5 seconds gone on the first period.
Peltonen, Lettinen, Koivu showing just how quick they really are. These 3 guys, we've been told by television crews from Finland that they eat, sleep, do everything together. They're always with each other, and it shows on the ice. These guys always can find each other. Peltonen going close. Blake gets back. Ricci's there. They both put a couple of extra shots on Peltonen. Ranford forced to come up big.
Well, we are live on Eurosport. We hope you're enjoying this. Face off to the right of Ranford as Bergevin picks it up on the wing. Ruutu is out there forechecking. rink wide pass to Bergevin. A little tap, and that goes over the boards into the Finnish bench.
Both goalies already have been tested. 2 minutes and 17 seconds gone in this opening period. The crowd haven't had any trouble getting into this one.
Well, I said it was a long season, and it really has been tough on the players. But what about the commentators? We started way back in August for this one. It's taken its toll on our social lives and our family lives out there. For me, I miss my youngest son's first birthday in September. My other son's third birthday in February, and today it's my wife's birthday, so I'd like to take this opportunity to say happy birthday, Bernadette. I'll see you tomorrow. A little free airtime for me and the family here on Eurosport. Thank you. We're surrounded here in the commentary box by celebrities. On my left, I have an Italian commentator whose daughter is about to marry Oberau on the Italian team. Behind us is Teemu Selanne, and on the right we have the Eurosport German commentator Wolfgang Lai. Bopes, you're going to tell us why he's pretty special.
Well, Wolfgang's dad in 1957 sold an MGB, or an MG probably they were at the time, to Elvis Presley, and that is gospel truth. It happened in Freiburg, where Elvis was involved with the military.
There you have it. A scoop on Eurosport. Curry unable to get that through, and it bounces up, and that'll be a souvenir for the press just below us. The cameramen ducking and the reporters reaching out for that piece of rubber. Still no score in this one. 2 minutes 51 seconds gone. A big hello to everyone up in Finland. We know we have a lot of people up there watching. Also hi to the Norwegians, the Danes, and the Swedes. Thanks for tuning in to Eurosport.
If I can get one quick shot in before I get shot at home. I missed my wife's birthday as well, and if I don't say it, so I'm going to hear about it. So happy birthday, dear. I'll see you tomorrow.
Maybe we should pass the microphone around this building. There's only about 8,000 people who probably miss birthdays out there. Kapanen against Richardson on the far side of the rink. Richardson with the puck. Curry goes in, and the Canadians now start it up. Arnott flips it over. Shanahan lets the shot go, and that's deflected high. Both teams with extremely fast breakout plays.
Both teams also changing very quickly. Korea goes off the ice with Arnott and Shanahan close behind. Ricci gets out there. He's been deadly on faceoffs. He's won over 49% of his faceoffs during these World Championships. Ricci also has Italian heritage. His parents are from Italy. He's got a lot of family in the crowd, we've been told.
From the face-off, that comes back to Dulles. Dulles makes a nice little turn, slides that in off the side of the net. Canada trying to get back as the Finns come up quickly. A little tip away from Immonen, and Keskinen has to go deep. Keskinen working with Verta back in the far corner. Long pass all the way up on the boards. Makela is there. Makela looking for the wraparound. Makela gets it back. Verta is there. The two of them collide, and Verta gets it in. Keskinen can't get a handle on that. Ricci along the boards looking to get it wide, and he does. Emerson drops it back. The shot comes in. Mulish is there. Ricci right on the doorstep, and everyone gets together right at the side of the net to rough it up.
Ricci is very aggressive, and he's a hungry character as well. He's always sniffing around the goal. The defense tried to take him out after Corsen's shot. Good pass work from the Canadians. Transition game has really been put together nicely by George Kingston, Tom Rennie, and Dan Dubé, the Canadian coaching staff. They've worked hard to get the right players into this World Championships.
Both teams really fired up for this one. Sakic pops that over onto the wing. Sanderson flips it all the way to the far side of the rink. Blake is calling for it back at the blue. That doesn't happen. The Finns get it out of the zone. Long shot. Mulish gets the blocker to that. Richardson let it go with the wrist shot. Nothing happening there. Kiprusoff races into the corner. That comes out to Peltonen. The Finns now with 4 players in neutral ice territory coming up. Lettinen looking for Jutila. Jutila, one of the all-star selections this year, pumps that in and goes for a break. A long pass up the middle. It's batted down by Immonen. Koivu tried to get it. The return pass over to Koivu from Lettinen didn't work. Again, both teams changing on the fly out there as we come up to the first 5 minutes of this hockey game. Brindamore steps on the ice. Canada caught with a bit of a sloppy change there as Hämäläinen picks it up. Ojanen circles in front. The Finns with Ruutu up the middle. Ojanen hits the red line. Bounces it off the backboards. Palo trying to get it back to Hämäläinen. His shot was an easy one for Ranford. Tipped away by Bergevin to the far side of the rink. Brindamore breaks up on the left side. Thomas on the right. Thomas goes in and Mulish bats that away. Hämäläinen taken out by Brindamore, and the Finns coming up quickly. Ruutu has got that big shot. Ruutu lets it go and Ranford makes a save. Robitaille in the far corner. 5:45 gone on the period. Robitaille slides it up on the left wing, and the Canadians quickly change and get themselves into the zone. Curry goes back with Robitaille. Kapanen and Wirtz collide out there, if I can get that word out. Here comes Helmanen. Helmanen going against Blake. Helmanen is not going to get anywhere against Blake on this occasion. Duchesne tried to grab that. Curry taken off the puck by Blake. Kapanen flips it to the far side, and the Finns now working it through with Helmanen. Helmanen is double teamed right at the blue line, and both teams are coming up with the close checks.
Rob Blake staying on the ice for Canada. He's been a great defenseman in these games. He's been my defenseman of the tournament, even though Svensson's had quite a few goals for Sweden. Rob Blake stands the man up every time. The Finns are really keeping their head up when they come down on Blake.
Korea, Arnott, and Shanahan out there. Keskinen, Makala, and Nieminen for the Finns. Sidor, Arnott. Korea from Shanahan. Korea, great moves out there. That one didn't work. Arnott broke into the corner, didn't take the puck. Jutila drops it back. Nieminen. Offside is the call. 3-on-2 situation out there.
Jutila on the move for Finland. Probably should have pushed that puck ahead to Makala. Makala with the long strides and a forward. Would love to have gotten a hold of the puck. Jutila on the move. He hits the center red line. Makala's going. He should have hit him right there. He held up, looked for the drop pass to Nieminen. Makala was unable to keep himself on the right side of the blue line.
Seven minutes gone on the first period. Still no score in this one. Duchesne. Little tip up on the wing to Sakic. Sakic pokes it to the boards. It's going to be an offside here as Verbeek threw the pass over.
We were saying, Paul, earlier about the Canadian coaching staff. Kingston, Dubé, Rennie, they really feel happy about the transition game. When I say that, I mean that they've got the right combination of players who can play the European style of hockey. And on the big ice surface, it's very important against teams like Finland, Russia, the Swedes. The defense are getting involved in the offense, and they're really flowing nicely, moving the puck out of their zone.
The Canadians and the Americans have always been guilty of having big defensemen who couldn't move, but that's not the case in this competition. Peltonen has got Koivu. Koivu with the pass, can't get a handle on that, and the Canadians dump it out. Sakic will chase, but Stromberg will get there first. Stromberg. Long pass up to Peltonen. Richardson goes into the corner on Peltonen. Koivu is in there. Lettinen is waiting for the pass to come out as that bounces out nicely for the Canadians. 2-on-2 situation. Duchesne is on the right side. Koivu gets back, slams on the brakes. Great move by Koivu. Koivu bounces it off the boards, and he's pinned against the boards, but the Finns come up with a puck. Canada getting back in a hurry as they complete a change out there. Ruutu steps on for Finland. And Duchesne fires it all the way into the zone. Hämäläinen sends it along the boards. Canada with Racine on the far side. Lets the shot go. That deflects high. Canadians flipping it in with Bergevin pushing it into the corner. Good forechecking here from the Canadians. Long pass out on the left wing. Ojanen takes the shot, deflected by Bergevin. Robitaille got a stick on that. Brind'Amour now works with Thomas. Brind'Amour looking for somewhere to go out there. Doubles back. His pass goes out over the blue, out over the red. 8:50 gone on the first period. Good pass up the middle. Correa steps on the ice. Brind'Amour flips it in and heads for the bench.
Correa's line right back out onto the ice for Canada.
The Finns now coming back quickly. The Canadians inside the blue line. Stromberg dumps Richardson right in front of the bench. Immonen pops it into the hash marks. The Finns working hard along the boards with Immonen and Helminen. A high touch in as Kapanen goes in. Helminen now picks up the puck. Curry moves out front. There's going to be a penalty on the play. First penalty of the game is a charging one against the Canadians.
Luke Richardson isn't even going to question that. He's going right straight to the penalty box. He did hit the player from behind. The refs have really been coming down hard on that. Slovakian referee has done a great job, Danko, throughout these World Championships. He's a good referee. He lets the play flow. In this situation, the Canadians had no choice but to just buckle up the mouths and go right to the box. The Finns, with the best power play in the World Championships, have the man advantage for 2 minutes.
Keskinen goes into the face-off circle. Nieminen and Mäkelä. Hämäläinen back with Ruutu on the blue line.
The Finns have scored 11 power play goals so far in this tournament.
Time of the penalty is 9:31. Mäkelä shot comes in from Ruutu, deflected away all the way back to Hämäläinen. Keskinen at the side of the circle. Hämäläinen. Ruutu at the far side. Mäkelä right in front. The shot comes. Ranford is there with Nieminen squirming for that. Mäkelä gets it back. Hämäläinen is there at the top of the circle. 1:35 now on the power play. Keskinen taking his time along the boards. Throws it over the red line. Back to Keskinen. Mäkelä again moves out front. Hämäläinen over to Ruutu. Nieminen right on the far post. Keskinen fakes the shot. Hämäläinen takes a shot, and that deflects.
Well, that hurt. Buchberger is not in any hurry to get up. Hämäläinen let it go from the blue line. It caught Kelly Buchberger right in the back. The whistle blowing very quickly. A good alert play by the officials to stop play. Without any doubt, that's taken the wind out of Buchberger. Big shot by Hämäläinen. A one-timer. Buchberger down to block it, and he gets it.
Buchberger took the full force of that shot. Kelly Buchberger sits on the bench and will get some treatment with 1 minute and 15 seconds on the power play. A change of lines for the Finns and the Canadians. Kiprusoff tips it in to Koivu. Koivu behind the red line. Lehtinen pinned out of the play. Kiprusoff. Koivu all the way around. Ranford is there. He puts it around the boards, but Verta grabs it, and the Canadians shoot it all the way down the ice.
Good aggressive penalty killing by the Canadians. Their penalty kill percentage is 90 in these World Championships, and they really do put the pressure on.
Kiprusoff got it up on the wing. Lehtinen breaks to one side. Verta has it on the left wing. Fires it to the far side. Duchesne goes in quickly, and the Canadians set up the box. The Finns with Lehtinen right out front. Koivu in the corner. Peltonen behind the net. Koivu on the puck. Koivu with 25 seconds on the power play. Works it. Crisscrosses with Peltonen. Peltonen back to Verta. Kiprusoff is on this side. Lots of space to let it crank, and that didn't happen. Tipped away. Deflected right to Peltonen. Koivu. Lehtinen. Big hit on Koivu, and the Finnish fans do not like that.
Doesn't matter what they like. Blake just throwing his body around. Gets a good piece of Koivu. It was a legal hit. Blake towers over Koivu. Not many people have been able to touch Koivu throughout these games. Every time he is touched, the Finnish supporters react.
Big hit there by Blake.
Blake looked like he was throwing a bale of hay there. He just chucked Koivu onto the ice.
Well, we saw Blake flatten Larson when they played the Swedes the other day. Boy, this guy is tough. Ojanen flips it over. And the Canadians are back at full strength out there. Robitaille up on the wing. Thomas taken out of the play. The Finns now with 4 players in neutral ice. Coming up quickly is Ruutu. Ruutu slowed down right at the blue line. Palo at the top of the circle. Palo trying to work himself free, and he does. A long pass goes off. Robitaille skate bounces into the corner. Thomas gets it back to Bergevin. 12 minutes, 10 seconds gone on the period. The Canadians started up on the left side as Thomas breaks on the right side. Thomas breaking in, trying to get the stick on there, and Mulish was there to poke it high and away. Loose puck on the left wing. Kapanen to Helminen. Curry, who's been quiet in this one, works on the far side. Curry now picks it up. Lets the shot go. Ranford makes the save, and every time I say something like that, boy, they just turn it right around on me. Curry no longer quiet in this one. Kapanen, Curry, Helminen working in hard. Racine tries to get it out, fires it around the boards, but Stromberg is there to trap it right at the blue line. Kapanen can't control that. Racine taps it up. Thomas just gets it out of the zone. Kapanen fires it right back in. The Finns and the Canadians change with 13 minutes and 5 seconds gone on the first period. No score in this one. A long tip through. Kiprusoff taps it back up, and it's thrown in by Nieminen. Makala is there. Racine ties him up. Racine and Makala struggle in the corner. Canada coming quickly out of the zone now. Arnott feeding it right through. Correa was there, and that didn't happen. Makala, nice little pass. Keskinen, Nieminen looking for the loose puck. Nothing there at all. Keskinen, the Finns starting to throw the nice passes together here in the first period. Canada playing a lot of this period in their own zone. Emerson unable to get that off of Koivu. They're making about 15-second shifts out there.
They sure are. That's going to be one of the important factors in this game. Line changes, everything included. Both teams want to keep it close.
Long pass up for Corson. He had to come out of the zone to avoid the offside. Koivu looking for the give and go. Lehtinen lets a shot go. Ranford, good save with the right skate. Pushed into the corner. Peltonen, double team, still hangs onto it. The Canada now breaking. Tap up on the right side for Emerson, going in quickly on Hämäläinen. Emerson has the speed, but he falls along the boards. Hämäläinen gets a tip along the boards again. Canada with Blake at center. Back to Blake. Ojanen steps on the ice as Richardson lets a long pass go. Stromberg saw that one coming all the way. Good move by Stromberg to get away from Richardson. Right out front for Palo. And the Canadians now breaking with 2 coming up for Beek and Ricci. Sakic taken out of the play. Back comes Laukkanen. Laukkanen flips it over. The one-timer upstairs. Ranford took that one high. Palo feeds it in. Richardson bangs it off the boards on the far side. Verbeek picks it up. Sakic curling. And the Canadians coming back out of the zone as that's intercepted on the far side. Verbeek. Sanderson. Sanderson lets the shot go, and that's deflected high. It bounces down behind the net. Both teams starting to get very physical. The referee, Anton Danko, letting the play run out there as we come up to the 15:45 mark. Shanahan against Jutila, right in front. Arnott is there. Helminen now picks it up. Correa goes after him as that's tapped up to the red line. The Finns go back and pick it up again.
Defense to offense, both teams. Stromberg with a good job pushing the puck forward for the Finns. Then Dulles pushing it forward for the Canadians. Both teams are going up and down the ice at a great pace right now.
Back pass from Shanahan to Correa didn't work, but Correa's there to pick it up. Correa behind the net. Going back and forth. Eamon is there to tidy up for the Finns. Shanahan has a grab on him. Curry along the boards, unable to control that. It bounces back along the hash marks. Correa keeps it in with a backhander, but the Finns come right back with Kapanen. Kapanen hits the blue line, slows it down, waits for Helminen. Helminen loses out. Correa waiting for a change out there. Gets the nod, flips it in, and the Canadians and the Finns make a complete change. It's 16:50 of the period. Kiprusoff hits the red line, fires it in. Both teams at times playing dump and chase out there. Pass up the middle. Long clearance down the left side. That didn't work for Canada. Icing is the call. 17:04 the first period. No score in this one.
As we said at the beginning, the two best defensive teams in the tournament, they've each given up 1.29 goals against. After 7 games each, as I was saying, 1.29 goals against average for both goaltenders. The Canadians know they've got to shut Koivu down when he gets around the net. Blake has been doing that. And at the other end of the ice, the Finns are shutting Correa down. He's not given any room, and he likes to have that space around the net.
Ricci goes in against Koivu. The Finns winning that one as it comes back. Emerson tried to get a handle on it. Ricci now looking across the ice, but elects to go down the left side with the long shot. Kiprusoff slows it down. Koivu having problems with that one. Kiprusoff running into trouble himself. Mulish is there. Mulish got a poke from Verbeek, and everything happened from there.
Every shift that Pat Verbeek has been on the ice, he's gotten involved with somebody or someone. This time it's Mulish, the goaltender. He gave him a little extra shot after the goaltender had covered the puck. Mulish didn't like what he saw coming at him. He covered it. Verbeek with a couple of chops. The Finnish defenseman came right back to help Mulish out in a hurry.
Pat Verbeek sits for 2 at 17:30 of the first period. Face-off comes out of the zone.
Canada penalty to number 16, Pat Verbeek. 2 minutes for slashing. Time of the penalty.
Only 2 penalties called in this game so far, both going against the Canadians. Richardson earlier for charging. The Finns unable to score on that power play opportunity. And now they've got another chance as Verbeek sits 2 minutes for slashing.
Brindamore wants to have words with the Slovakian referee. Ruutu goes over there to join the conversation. Danko says, come on, let's get on with the game. Keskinen is already in the face-off circle as Brindamore now gets set. The Canadians are told to get out of the face-off circle. At least Buchberger is, and Buchberger now races to the far side. Hämäläinen gathers the puck for the Finns. Keskinen deep in the near corner. Hämäläinen, Keskinen. Big line out there for the Finns. Good little move as Keskinen put it through the skates, but had to go back. Keskinen right at the blue line. The Finns. Ruutu coming up, another penalty. Interference is the call. The Canadians watch things as they are evened up out there. Hämäläinen gets a penalty.
That's a good call by the Slovakian referee. Hämäläinen going to the box for interference. The Finns on the move. Ruutu has the move toward the boards, but Hämäläinen had dumped the Canadian on the play. 4-on-4 hockey now.
Finland penalty to number 4, Eric Hämäläinen, 2 minutes for interference.
Interference, the face-off just outside the Canadian zone this time. 17:59, the time of the penalty. Verbeek with 1 minute 32 seconds on his penalty. Helminen gets it all the way back onto the defense. Curry circles back along with Helminen, and the Finns take it from behind their own goal. Corson and Verbeek, or Emerson rather, are up front, while Verbeek sits in the penalty box. The Finns starting it up on the left side. Helminen looking for Curry. Curry taken out of the play along the boards. Curry with Emerson on him. Laukkanen moves in. Corson. Emerson. The Canadians moving in quickly with Sador trying to get the shot away.
Jari Curry doing a good job of back checking. He got himself back into the play. Sador would have had a clear shot. Delayed penalty being called now.
Cross-checking against Emerson. 18:50. The Canadians with 2 men in the box now.
Emerson joins Verbeek in the box for Canada. Hämäläinen is in there for Finland. 1 minute and 10 seconds left in this first period of play. Hämäläinen pushing the puck forward. Helminen, number 14, hitting the blue line, leaving the puck back. Cross-checking had already occurred out of the picture.
To number 18, Nelson Emerson, 2 minutes for cross-checking.
So Emerson and Verbeek in the Canadian box. Hämäläinen in there for the Finns. Face off outside the Canadian zone. Keskinen loses out to Brindamore right along the blue line. Virta along the boards. Can't control that. Brindamore takes a hit but gets it down the ice. 1 minute remaining on the first period. Still no score in this one. Kiprusoff hits the blue, comes up to the red. Kiprusoff with a bobbling puck out there. We've seen that several times already in this period. It's difficult to control that puck at times. It's very warm outside. It's very warm inside, and that ice is cracking up. Ojanen to the far side, waiting for the pass from Keskinen. Keskinen hangs onto it. He's got Kiprusoff on this side. Verbeek steps on the ice. The shot deflected away. Virta. Both teams playing 4-on-4 out there. Richardson. The Canadians changing. There's going to be a penalty. The goaltender for Canada has come off the ice. Lehtinen gets the touch, and the whistle blows. The Canadians throwing on an extra attacker with just 6 seconds on the period.
Slovakian referee going right over to the Finnish bench and picking out his man. It's Ojanen. 2 minutes for holding the stick. He grabbed the Canadian player's stick on his way toward the player's bench, made his way to the bench, but wasn't going to escape Slovakian referee Danko, who knew who he wanted.
Emerson for Canada has 56 seconds on his penalty. Ojanen 2 minutes. And Hämäläinen 5 seconds. Only 6 seconds on the period. The Finns with too many men on the ice right now.
They've still got 5 seconds left on Hämäläinen's penalty. They can only have 3 players out now as finally they see that, and Laukkanen goes off the ice.
So for 5 seconds, it's a 4-on-3. There's only 6 on the period. The Canadians get set for this face-off. Sakic against Helminen. That goes over onto the wing. Comes all the way back. One-timer. Duchesne letting it fly. And again, they start to mix it up at the side of the net. The buzzer goes to end the period, and the teams are still eyeballing each other out there, but after 20 minutes of hockey, we have no score in this one.
Again, it's face-offs. They are so critical. The Canadians have won 59% of their face-offs in these World Championships, and they continue to dominate.
excellent period of hockey from both teams. Well, between the periods, we're going to bring you Sweden v. USA. Highlights from that game played earlier today for the bronze medal. Really a strong performance by the Swedes, so take a look at that. But we're going to take a break now, and we'll be back live from the Forum in Milan for more action from the second period. So be sure to stay with us. We'll be back. Welcome back. Paul Ferguson here with Richard Beaupre. We're about set to start the second period. No score in this one. It's been close. Both teams will have players in the penalty box. Emerson is there for Canada for 51 seconds. Ojanen with 1:55 on his penalty for the Finns. It really has been a close checking game. We've had some good goaltending. What more could you want?
Good hitting, good defense, good shooting. You said it all, Paul. 9 shots to 8. Very close. The Finns with 1 more shot than the Canadians. But I'll tell you what, those 8 shots by the Canadians were good ones. Mulish came up big, and the Finns had a couple of quality opportunities of their own, and Bill Ranford is kicking the puck out in the Canadian net as well.
Bill Ranford has had more quality shots to face than Mulish, but at times Mulish has seen a couple himself. It really has been a good hockey period, and the fans here, well in excess of 8,000, have really enjoyed it immensely. We have a lot of support in this building for the Finns. A lot of Swedish people have stayed on after the bronze medal contest. The Canadians are here, but they are far outnumbered by the Finns.
A large group of Finnish supporters here. Going back to the teams, we knew this was going to be a close battle. Good skating clubs, good defense, mobile defensemen on both teams. The 2 best defensive teams in the tournament, as I've said 2 or 3 times already. No goals scored in the first period. That says it all. These guys can go hard up and down the ice. They take the body well, and both teams are really closing each other down and keeping each other to the outside.
Well, the Canadians with 33 goals for and only 9 against. The Finns with 47 and 9 against. If you take away the 2 goals that were scored against them when they played the USA, and eventually that game was turned around because of the Bill Lindsay dispute over the doping failure. So instead of a 7-2 score line, the Americans lose their 2 goals. Either way you look at it, they actually lost the game. So in this second period, the teams are out on the ice now. We're looking forward to something very, very special. Just a big hello to everyone out there. I'm Paul Ferguson. This is Richard Beaupre having a good time here at the Forum in Milan. Okay, down to serious business. Both teams, as I said, with a man in the penalty box. Emerson, Ojanen. Emerson will come out, and the Canadians will have a power play for 1 minute and 4 seconds. Well, they've just announced that they have 9,109 spectators in this building. An excellent crowd. A beautiful complex here with swimming pool, a second ice rink, squash courts, gymnasium, basketball courts. Boy, just incredible. Hockey now, 21 seconds gone. Korea coming in, shot! Mulish made the glove hand save right out front. Blake traps it, lets the shot go, save. And that bounces all the way around, and the Canadians come out firing. Shanahan looking to drop it off to Sador. Sador brings it in from a sharp angle, misses the target.
Blake tries to keep it in at the blue line. Laukkanen brought down. The crowd react. The referee says play on.
Emerson jumps back onto the ice now. As that goes into the corner, the Canadians have a power play for the next minute. Korea. Racine lost that. Helminen tries to break. Helminen. Korea gets back. Still Helminen is there. And eventually Duchesne came up. Boy, that could have been a nightmare for the Canadians. Racine lost it at the blue line. Korea comes to the bench. Duchesne puts it up on the right side. 40 seconds on the power play. Stromberg taps it into the corner. Brindamore is there. Brindamore taking off the puck, but gets it right back. Makala can only get it back to the blue line. Racine lets the shot go. Nieminen got a tip on that. Makala puts it high on the far side. Nieminen now picks it up. Nieminen is smothered along the boards, but still got the puck. Duchesne gets it up on the wing. 13 seconds on the power play. Robitaille is taken out. Nieminen hangs onto it, and then eventually Nieminen gets it out of the zone.
The Finns now have survived the penalty. It's full strength for both teams.
Both teams trying to get a change out there. Stromberg comes up. Long shot. Deflected away. Duchesne goes deep into the far corner, shadowed by Nieminen. Peltonen and Koivu out there. Nieminen stuck on the wrong line. Now he's off. Lehtinen comes on. Sanderson couldn't get a handle on that. Peltonen drops it nicely for Lehtinen. That was good. Lehtinen comes up, tries to split the defense. Richardson is there. Blake. Little tip up to center ice, and the Canadians just fired in with Sakic sending it all around the boards. Kiprusoff chased by Sanderson. Sakic goes in. Verbeek is waiting out front. Verbeek taps it back, and the Canadians throwing the puck around nicely, as are the Finns. Still no score in this one. We're coming up to the 3-minute mark of the second period. Long pass deflects away. Canada. Sakic. Sanderson breaks in. That goes right through the top of the crease. Sidor into the corner. Sanderson. Sakic is there. Verbeek races over. Palo gets on the puck. Peltonen gets a stick in. Peltonen and Verbeek, pair of 16s along the boards. Canada hit the red line, and again it's fired all the way in. Dulles getting the wood to that. Utila. Long clearance out into neutral ice, ends up on a Canadian stick. Long time without a whistle here in this period. Dulles bangs it off the boards. Corson wants it. Ricci goes in for it. The Canadians at the blue line just flip it out. Hämäläinen collects. Ojanen bangs that in, and Sidor picks it up. Neither team able to really string more than two passes together out there. The checking again so close. The Canadians sending two players deep and then backing off. Long pass over. Ricci grabs that for Canada. Pass up the middle. Stromberg couldn't hang on to that, but Curry is there to collect for Finland. 4 minutes, 15 seconds gone on the period. Curry, nice pass up the middle to Kapanen. He pops it over on the wing. Helminen takes the shot. Ranford bangs it around the boards, and Canada now looking to get out of the zone, and they do, but Curry grabs it in neutral ice territory and gives it to Helminen. Helminen just bangs it over the blue. Sidor takes it over the red. Long flip in, and the Canadians, the Finns, continue to change after a few seconds. Racine pumps it over to the far side to Marc Bergevin. Laukkanen tries to squeeze through there. Arnott got a stick on him. Bergevin taps it up. Helminen along the boards. Helminen unable to keep that in. We have a penalty coming up. Korea was dumped in neutral ice territory. 5:07 the time of the penalty to Berta.
Hooking is the call against Berta. He's not happy, but he goes straight to the penalty box. Korea cannot be given a step anywhere he is on the ice. He's in the neutral zone. He takes the belly whacker into the pool, and it works.
Well, the stick was in there, and that's what Danko saw. Big splash, as you said, Bopes. But it worked. 2 minutes. Face off to the Finnish side of the red line. No score in this one. Kingston behind the Canadian bench taking notes. Lindstrom behind the Finnish bench also taking notes. Both coaches looking still very relaxed and in control out there. No one needs to panic yet. Canada. Racine into the far corner. Thomas grabs it. Looks for Robitaille. Robitaille goes in. He's taken off the puck. That goes along the boards. and all the way down the ice.
The Finns not allowing Thomas and Robitaille to set things up. Two Finns right back deep in the corner to force the play.
Brindamore at the red line, gets it over onto the far wing. Some good stuff by Strongberg as he ties up Richardson out there, and it's pumped away. Emerson, a little tap up to the red line. The Canadians unable to get the puck in the zone and keep it there. Robitaille tries to swipe at that, and again it's flipped out. 1 minute and 3 seconds on the power play. The Canadians not getting a shot on goal in the first minute of it.
The Canadians need to get closer together. The Finns are doing a good job of penalty killing by the first guy just taking the body, and there's always another Finn there. They're the team that are short-handed, but they're being allowed to get the puck.
Corson looking for Correa. Shanahan was out front. Correa to Shanahan. Shanahan with time to shoot. Lets it go, and it's wide of the target. Sakic taken out of the plate. That goes all the way back. Correa is in front. Some good stuff by the Canadians as they work it in. Correa looking for the pass. Shanahan now moves in front. That comes back to Correa. Correa squeezed out of the play by Strongberg. Sakic from way back at the blue gets it into Corson. Correa trying to get it out front. The shot. Corson was right there. Mulish was right on the red line. 8 seconds on the power play.
Nifty little pass from Correa. Corson muscling it out in front with Stromberg. He got a shot off, but Mulish made the save.
Berta steps back on the ice. The Finns have killed off the penalty. Mulish clears that off the plexi, but the Canadians pick it up. Shanahan on the boards, loses to Laukkanen. Good pass over to Curry. Curry starts it up on the left wing. Kiprasov breaks into the corner. Kiprasov tries to get it out front. That didn't work, but the puck is still there. Ruutu working with Helminen. Back to Curry. Curry bangs it off the boards. Ruutu and Helminen on the far side of the rink. That's backhanded all the way into the near corner. Canada come up with it. 7 minutes, 45 seconds gone on the period. Still no score. Sanderson races over as Paolo gets a little tip on that. Ranford indicates he wants a face-off out there.
Ranford takes a face-off, but that shot wasn't even on the goal. 7:54 gone in the second period. The Finns have had to kill off 2 penalties, but they haven't had a direct shot right at Bill Ranford in this period yet.
The Canadians, who finished 4th last year, looking, of course, to improve on that positioning. The Finns were 7th. The Finns have only had 1 medal in this competition, and that was in '92. That was a silver. Koivu on the far side. Thomas comes in to pick it up. Rattles it off the plexi. Brindamore is there. Robitaille on the far side. Robitaille working with Thomas. Robitaille has it. Quickly checked on the play, and Koivu comes up with it. Gets it away from Brindamore. The Canadians muscling at the blue, but Jutila makes a nice pass up. Lehtinen goes in front as Koivu tried to get it to him. Canada slowly working it out with Brindamore on the left wing. Brindamore flips it up to the red line. Long shot wide of the target as Thomas let that go. The rebound is smothered by Mulish.
Good disciplined hockey from both teams. Once again, the Canadians had the puck in the finish zone. Brindamore along the boards with Robitaille grinding it out. Robitaille came up with a puck. He didn't have anywhere to go. Lehtinen and Peltonen both had their point men covered so that there wasn't a pass there. He was forced to throw it right back into the end deep.
In the face-off circle now with 8:45 gone, Keskinen and Arnott. Keskinen wins that. Berta starts it up on the left wing. Arnott takes a poke of that, but it goes all the way back to Dulles. Sador flips it up into neutral ice territory. No one there to pick it up. Keskinen back in a hurry. Kiprasov. Verta pass right in front of the goal. Keskinen, the return pass. The shot right on the target. Sador picks up the rebound off Ranford's stick, and the Canadians now started up. Canada, hospital pass right there on Shanahan, but Shanahan stayed up. Stromberg went down.
Shanahan goes to the bench quick. I think he felt that one as well.
Nieminen. Dulles along the boards. That's trapped at the blue line, eventually taken out. Flipped in over the zone, and the Canadians now. Correa comes down quickly on Nieminen. Long pass by Peltonen to the far side of the rink, or Nieminen rather. Batted down right at the red line. Ricci tries to work it in the corner. Ricci taken out by Nieminen. The Finns getting back in numbers as Stromberg now collects. Less than 10 minutes on the period. A long pass up the middle. Deflected away by Emerson. That goes all the way down the rink.
Finns just dumping the puck in, trying to get something going. The Canadians are clearing it out very quickly, though. 5 men are back deep for Canada.
Hämäläinen gets it up to the blue line. Kapanen is unable to move there. Batted down by a high stick.
Good call by the official. The Canadians had 3 guys going forward on that one. That could have been dangerous.
10 minutes, 26 seconds gone on the period. Both teams will have another change as the face-off is brought all the way into Canadian territory.
Emerson going over the blue line, but the whistle had been blown. A good call, as I said, by the officials, knocking that one dead.
Ojanen gets set to go into the face-off. Paolo is down. Ruutu reaches in. That comes in front of the Canadian net as Ruutu chases. Canada back on the attack. Brindamore is on this side looking for the pass. Brindamore with Ojanen all over him, unable to get a handle on it. Thomas tipped it in. That comes back to the blue line. The Canadians are smothered there as Bergevin was only able to put it in to the corner. Ruutu got it out of the zone, and Canada now, as we approach the 11-minute mark, flip it all the way in. Racine into the far corner. Robitaille is there. Thomas, Jutila, and Hämäläinen. That comes to the side of the net, and the Finns quickly gather that with Hämäläinen getting it up the middle. Tip on the wing from Peltonen to Ojanen. Back to Peltonen. Shot on the short side, and the glove went out. Brindamore wanted that, couldn't grab it. Berta fakes the shot, gets it over. Kiprasov lets it go, and Thomas got in front of it. The Canadians getting in front of those shots before they get to Ranford. No icing on the play. Boy, the Finnish supporters don't like that. All the way up to the red line. Little tap up, and Lehtinen puts it in. Canada with Joe Sakic. Gets it out of the zone. Lehtinen is right there on the blue line. Drops it back. Peltonen has got Koivu. Koivu shot! Ranford goes down. Koivu picks up the puck. Kiprasov is back of the blue. Right in front. Peltonen couldn't get the lumber on that as he made the big swing. Koivu keeps it in and just feeds it over the red line. And again, the Finns go for a change.
Good quick shot by Koivu. A good shift for the Finns. Lehtinen, Peltonen, and Koivu really getting it going.
Sanderson on the backhand. Outside is Verbeek. The net is off its moorings. The Canadians say, hey, how about that?
Well, Lehtinen sent in there flying. He took the net off as he went by. The Canadians complained, but the whistle had clearly blown and the net was up against the backboards. Canadians on that last shift out, getting caught with 5 guys too deep. The points were wide open. Berta had a lot of time actually going back into the finish zone. Lehtinen taking the net off its moorings. The whistle blown. The face-off will stay in Finnish territory.
"12 minutes, 17 seconds gone on the period. Still no score in this one. Ojanen gets it back. The Finns now working it up. Makala on the backhand, looking to get it out front, hangs onto it. Immonen is back of the blue, flipped all the way in. And Canada quick to get it up as Correa turns and tries to grab it, but it's too far ahead of him. Jutila, a little tap forward. Makala breaks as Nieminen gives him the pass from Keskinen. Makala works in front, shot wide of the target on the near side. Keskinen bats it to the far side, and the Canadians have a lot of room as they work it up on the right side. Dulles bangs that off the boards. The shot missing the target. Sador wants it at the blue line. Correa gives it to him, and that's pumped all the way into the corner. Curry gives it to Jutila. Correa chases. Kapanen on the far side of the rink. Makala. Duchesne inside the Canadian zone. Curry going after his man as that bounced off the boards. Jutila returns the favor, and the Canadians pick it up outside the Canadian blue line and just flip it in. 13:30 gone on the period.
Both teams changing again on the fly. Shots on net very even. Both teams playing it tough in the neutral territory. Nobody is being allowed to get to the passes. We've seen both teams string 2, 3, 4 passes together in other games. This game, it's not happening. The players are being covered all over the ice.
Corson gives it to Ricci. Ricci takes the shot. That's handled easily by Mulish. Helmanen with time to get it up front. The return pass to Kapanen from Hämäläinen was batted down by Ricci, and the Canadians now with Buchberger getting it over the blue, but Corson was offside.
Corson just ahead of the play. That'll give both teams the opportunity to change things up again. Bergevin coming out onto the ice for the Canadians. He's been an off-ice leader as well as on-ice leader. We've been told he's a bit of a character. He keeps the guys going for Canada.
From the face-off, it's palmed forward, so we're going to do that again. Paolo was dropping something over the boards at the time of the face-off, had his glove off, so he's kind of happy that he's now ready for the second attempt at this. Ojanen back to Kiprusoff. Ruutu there with Ojanen. They couldn't hang on to that, and the Canadians just shoot it in. The Canadians are playing some good aggressive forechecking hockey out there. Robitaille gets a bang on Ruutu, but Ruutu gets it up to Kiprusoff. A 3-on-2 out there. Kiprusoff shot is low and just misses the far corner. Ranford saw it all the way. Bergevin has trouble with that, but eventually picks it up, goes in front of his own net. Bergevin working down the left side, hits the red line, gives it up, and we have a whistle on the play as Thomas was breaking in. Offside is the call.
Bergevin upended right at the blue line, trying to put his helmet back on. Offside is the call. Both teams changing again. Paul, we're unbiased commentators here working for Eurosport, but we've got PTV from Finland behind us, and I still keep looking over my shoulder. I know that they're going to be hitting us before long. They're right on our backs. They're excited about this game, and every time the Finns do something, they're getting closer and closer.
Big hit there by Stromberg as the Canadians went offside. Sanderson muscles with Koivu. Koivu loses a glove. Lehtinen goes in after Blake. Comes all the way on to the wing, and it's pumped back to Blake. On the upper decks here, they're getting the wave going. Sanderson's pass is intercepted by Jutila. Jutila up to Lehtinen. Big hit by Blake on Lehtinen. And the Finns unable to get that long pass up the middle going. 2-on-2 situation now as Verbeek lets a shot go. Good stuff there as Verbeek went in hard, let the shot go. Immonen got in front of it, and he wants to get off the ice, but he can't. Immonen again is involved as Berta and Immonen tie up Sanderson. Sakic tries to poke it in the corner. Sakic works out. Sador lets a shot go upstairs. Sanderson behind the net loses out, and the Finns now at 15:45 the period come out with 3 players in neutralized territory. The Canadians changing. Makala slams on the brakes, gives it to Nieminen. Nieminen with Stromberg back at the blue, elects to go to the far side to Laukkanen. A bit of a knuckleball bounced off a player, and that comes out into neutralized territory to Stromberg. Keskinen just slides it in. Ranford comes out to slow it down. Sador finds Sakic. Sakic looking for Corson, hits the red and just flips it in on Mulish. Oh, Mulish fanned on that. Boy, did that take a weird bounce. Corson along the boards. Keskinen stays with him. Buchberger is working hard too. Buchberger gets it out, and this could be dangerous as the Finns break now. Quickly up on the right side. Stromberg, the pass was behind him. The big defenseman worked his way up. Ricci picks it up for Canada and comes back as the Finns complete the change. Long pass up the middle. Icing is the call.
Corson not happy with the way he was taken down. It's more or less accidental, but he's getting his peace of mind in. Ricci in there to ask the referee why there was no call. Icing is the call on the play. Long pass being fed through to Corson. Corson couldn't get on the end of it. Face-off coming back down into Canadian territory, and we see Lehtinen making his way down the gangway. He's gone off the ice. We'll have to keep you updated as to whether that's serious or not.
Helminen gets set for the face-off deep in Canadian territory to the right of Ranford. Canada winning that face-off as that comes over. Shanahan gets it right in front. Mulish gets it back to Helminen. Arnott reaches out, can't slow it down, and the Canadians with Arnott fire it right back into the zone. Less than 3 minutes remaining on the period. Kiprasov. Curry slowly up through center. Curry, one of the all-stars in this competition, as chosen by the media here. Working hard out there. That comes back. Jutila gets the shot in. Curry watches that go. Kapanen has a big hook on him. Now Kapanen takes his man down. And the Canadians started out slowly. Weary legs out there, that's for sure. It's been a long competition. It's been a long season for these guys, and this is a tough game. Jutila fires it right up to the red. Curry deflects that into the corner and then goes for a change.
Paul, coming up to the 18-minute mark of the second period, we go on about defensive play and statistics. Right now, the Canadians have played 130 minutes without giving up a goal. The Finns, in their last 180 minutes of hockey, have not given up a goal either. Great statistics for both teams.
Laukkanen goes in hard. Robitaille picks up the puck, but we have a whistle on the play.
Both teams are starting to wear down. A minute and 54 seconds left in the second period. Thomas going into the boards, being taken out by Laukkanen. Face-off will stay in Finnish territory.
The Canadians stay with their line. The Finns making a change out there. Robitaille having words with the official. Now he's having words with the referee, and he's talking about a high stick on Thomas. He said, look at the stick, as he pointed his stick to his forehead. Paolo comes up now. Paolo over the blue line. The second's ticking down. Ranford hangs on to that. Ranford put it down, swiped at it, and fanned on it completely. And for a moment, the Canadian bench just froze.
Ranford's still pretty cool. He jumped on the puck before the crowd had a chance to really react. He made the glove save, took a look at the officials, set it down, fanned on it, and then said, oh well, we better hold on, I don't like this. You mentioned Thomas earlier, Paul. He was caught in the corner when he went in against the boards with Laukkanen. The Canadians were screaming for a high stick. Thomas is bleeding quite badly, and he hasn't been bitten by a mosquito. He's now getting attention on the bench.
Ruutu was cruising behind Ranford when he fanned on that clearance. Duchesne picks it up. 35 seconds on the period. Correction, a minute and 35 seconds on the period. Shot right on the target. Verta. Loose puck at center is picked up, and the Canadians now with Duchesne on the left wing. A long clearance into the corner. Verbeek wants it at the top of the circle. That's pushed out to the blue line. A 3-on-1 situation. Nieminen puts it over to Keskinen. Keskinen moves in. Makela takes the shot. Bouncing puck ends up behind the net, and the Canadians survive that 3-on-1 situation. That comes over to the far corner. Nieminen. His shot hits a pile of players, and it's just tipped out of the zone. 45 seconds now on the period.
Rob Blake with probably a goal-saving effort getting back to help Brantford out in that 3-on-1. The Canadians did survive that, but Blake really had to hustle to get back.
Koivu coming off the bench, breaks to the far side. 30 seconds now on the period. Ruutu drops it back. The return pass to Ruutu as Buchberger hits him against the boards. Koivu, Peltonen, and Ruutu out there. Penalty coming up. High sticking is the call. And the Finns will have a power play. Ruutu is in trouble over there. Ruutu is in agony right in front of the timekeeper's bench.
Two-hander from Buchberger. No question about it. Ruutu went down in a hurry. He felt that one. Buchberger cutting wood out there. Ruutu is in a lot of pain. He's squirming around on his knees. Slashing is the call.
Juhani Ikonen, the doctor for Finland, goes over, but Ruutu doesn't hang around. He makes his way right to the dressing room. They have excellent medical facilities here. You can see the chop there from Buchberger on Ruutu. No doubt in Danko's mind, he called the penalty right away.
Well, the power play opportunity could be a big one for Finland, but they've lost two players. Lehtinen has gone to the dressing room, and now Ruutu has gone to the dressing room. They don't want to be without either one of these guys. Steve Thomas has made his way down the gangway. He's gone to the Canadian dressing room. It appeared that he caught an accidental high stick or hit his face on the top of the boards when he was taken out earlier by Laukkanen.
Well, with just 15 seconds on the period, the intelligent thing to do is get them off the bench, off the ice, and into the dressing room. They're going to be busy in the medical room back there. They do have the facilities here. 10 seconds. The Canadians with a man in the box. The Finns with Kapanen firing that all the way into the corner, rather, and the buzzer goes to end the period. And the Finns are told to stay on their bench as the Canadians go off the ice. The Finns are being watched by the officials. They should be leaving by different doors, but for some reason they're both going across the ice through the same door, and the officials are keeping them apart.
Both teams will need this 15 minutes of rest. They have been going at a great pace. A lot of hits being thrown. A lot of players are really feeling it now.
Well, after 40 minutes of ice hockey, there's no score in this one. We knew it was going to be close, but boy, this is very close. Well, we're going to take a break now, and during the break we're going to show you more highlights from that Sweden-USA game, the battle for bronze that was played earlier on here in the Forum. So stick around and watch that. We'll be back after the highlights and after the break to show you the third and final period. Who knows, we may go into overtime, we may have a shootout. We've seen that before. Anything could happen in this game. It's close. Canada 0, Finland 0. Stay with us. We'll be back in a moment. The loser picks up silver. Not bad, but who wants to lose a game like this? It's all tied up. No goals in it. The Canadians will start the period with Buchberger in the penalty box for his big slash on Ruutu. He has 1:46 remaining in the period. And boy, are things happening out there.
This is a fantastic game. Everybody enjoying it. as I said, near the end of the period, the second period that is, that in their last 180 minutes played, the Finns have not allowed a goal. And in the last 130 minutes played for the Canadians, they haven't given up a goal. The next goal is obviously going to be a very big one in this game. And between the periods, Paul, we turned around and we were having a quick chat with Teemu Selanne, the Finnish star who now plays his ice hockey with the Winnipeg Jets. He's recovering from a torn Achilles tendon. That's why he's not icing for Finland. But we asked Selanne who he thought his big player was from each team who would probably be the guy that he would most pick to put the puck in the net in a key situation. He says Esa Keskinen, number 9 for Finland, and he picked Steve Thomas, number 23 for Canada. So we'll see if Selanne's right. It's all go with 20 minutes of hockey left to play.
There are so many good scorers on both teams out there that it's very difficult to pick one person who's going to do it, but someone has to do it at some time. If the game ends and we have a tie score rather, then they'll go into sudden death overtime for 10 minutes, and if it's still like that, then we'll have a shootout. And if it's still like that, then we'll have sudden death shootout. The Finns are now coming out on the ice, and listen to the noise in the background. Boy, do these Finns love their ice hockey. Like the Swedes, they would follow their teams to the ends of the earth. They really would. Excellent supporters. The painted faces, the flags, the drums, the hooters. It's all here, a real carnival atmosphere. The Finns, as we've seen in the past, move around. I'm talking about the supporters now, not the players, but the Finnish supporters move around the rink in a Congo line on the upper decks, and that really gets going. The people love that. The team's now getting set for this face-off with Buchberger in the penalty box for 1:46. Finland will be playing from right to left. Mulish has been solid. Ranford has been solid.
A couple of players we're still looking for. Lehtinen had gone to the Finnish dressing room during the period. We're unsure of how serious he was hurt. Ruutu was slashed by Buchberger. That's why he's in the box. Ruutu went off in a lot of pain with a forearm injury. Steve Thomas has had his face attended to. He's up back on the ice for Canada. And Shanahan had gone off with a big bag of ice on his forearm. We're yet to see him yet.
Kiprusoff starts it off. The Finns now with Koivu along the boards. Lehtinen is out there now. Lehtinen back to Kiprusoff. Lehtinen into Koivu. Koivu working around close in. Koivu gets it from behind the net. The shot was from a sharp angle by Peltonen. All the way to the far side. Ricci is there. Koivu with Lehtinen and Peltonen. Peltonen is out front. Lehtinen gives him the puck. Lehtinen gets it right back from a sharp angle. Elects to go for the pass to Koivu. Close in. Berta. Ranford has it and lets the world know that it's in his glove.
Whistle blown by the referee. The players being separated. Luke Richardson making sure the Finns are nowhere near Bill Ranford. Berta makes his way to the bench. Lehtinen, who's gotten himself right back into it, Paul. He looked like he was in pain during the second period. Has come right back and had a close call there, linking it up with Berta. Richardson right in front of Bill Ranford. 1 minute, 1 second on Buchberger's penalty for Canada. Face-off to the right of Ranford. Keskinen, Nieminen, and Makala. Bounces to the boards, and Makala picks it up. Makala moves around, flips that behind the net to Nieminen. Sidor tries to get a handle on it, and eventually it's shot all the way down the ice with 44 seconds on the power play. Hämäläinen goes deep. Ruutu has come back out for Finland. He's on the ice, so his forearm injury wasn't as bad as we thought it was. But we are yet to see Brendan Shanahan. He has not come back out of the dressing room for Canada.
Dallas. Makala. Hämäläinen. Makala moves in front as Hämäläinen gets it. Keskinen now inside the circle. Keskinen looking for the return pass at the hash marks. Keskinen on the puck. all the way back. Hämäläinen lets it ride. Mäkelä comes in. Ranford goes down.
Players pushing and shoving again. Keskinen and Nieminen causing problems around the Canadian goal. Keskinen moving the puck back. That is drilled right at Bill Ranford. Nieminen is right there. He has a shot, but Ranford comes up with a save.
Face-off this time will be to the left of Ranford. 1:38 gone on the period. Helminen steps in to the face-off circle. Emerson goes over to the wing with 8 seconds on the power play. Emerson has a word or two with the official. That's not going to work. Correa falls down, and 4 seconds on the power play now. Correa gets a little touch on that and gives it over. Emerson taps it up to Correa. He's got great speed coming against Jutila. Correa right out front. The Canadians back at full strength as Buchberger jumps on the ice. Blake puts it over to the far side. Richardson just hammers it all the way into neutral ice territory. Laukkanen is there for Finland. Kapanen moves up into neutral ice territory and then doubles back, and the pass comes up on the wing. Curry flips it away. Return puck comes back to Laukkanen. Ranford tapped it up, and Canada come back on the attack through neutral ice territory. Blake hits the red line, flips it in. Arnott tried to get a stick on that as Stromberg picks it up in the corner. Canadians changing again, and
Emerson has come in to replace Shanahan, who hasn't come back out of the dressing room. He's playing with Correa and Arnott. They've just gone for a change.
Ojanen couldn't get that. The pass comes up the middle. The Canadians now with 3 players over the blue line. Verbeek is waiting for the pass. That doesn't come his way from Sanderson. Flipped all the way around to the far side of the rink. Sanderson with Verbeek out front, tries to get the tip on it. That bounces out to the blue line, and the Finns now coming up quickly. Ruutu is spun around there nicely by Racine. Canada back on the attack. This is good two-way hockey. Shot off the target, or off the goalie rather, as it bounced into the corner right on the target. Kiprusoff, Koivu, Lehtinen trying to break in with Palo on the puck. Palo puts it right in front. Verbeek gets away from Koivu. Verbeek still moving up. A 1-on-3 can't get through there as Verta collects the puck in the corner. 3 minutes 40 seconds gone on the period. Still no score in this one. Blake gets back deep. Long pass is not a good one, but the Canadians pick it up. They have a lot of time with Brindamore on the wing. Brindamore gets it up to Thomas. Thomas out to Brindamore. Hämäläinen got the stick on it to lift it. And the Canadians unable to get the shot away on goal there. Blake is back. Koivu is on him. The shot to the short side. Wide of the target. Brindamore is back in the corner. Brindamore nicely up to Thomas. Thomas, good move to get away from Keskinen. Thomas winds up. Puck right on the blue line. Well, the officials said it was over the blue line. The offside whistle blows.
Close call by the linesman. Duchesne thought he had held the puck in at the blue line. The officials don't agree. Both teams will change, and the face-off is just outside of the Finnish zone. Offsides was the call. A couple of good moves by Thomas. Steve Thomas on the move, letting what he thinks is going to be a slap shot on the net, but good back-checking by the Finns stopped that one.
The delay in getting this face-off underway is because Ranford is putting his equipment back together. One of his suspenders out there had popped. He's ready to go. Face-off just outside the Finnish blue line. 4 minutes 19 seconds gone on the third period. Still no score in this one. Helminen and Ricci go at it. Kapanen is upended as that's tipped out of the zone. Stromberg gets back and gives it to Laukkanen right on the blue line. Laukkanen just drifts it down the ice. Dulles is there for Canada. Up on the wing. Curry and Laukkanen go back for Finland. Laukkanen does a 360. A little tip up to Curry, and the Finns now started up. Stromberg lets the shot go, and Ranford had to make a good save on that. Curry goes in after that. Ricci fires it all the way around. Verta can't get the stick on it, and that goes all the way down the ice. Quickly up, tipped up to the blue line. Both teams changing on the fly. Ruutu gets out there. Ruutu gets a stick on it. Tries to flip it back into the zone. That's deflected to the near side. Ojanen against Duchesne. Ruutu now on the far side of the rink. Ojanen unable to get that, but Palo is there to bang it back into the zone. Ruutu tries to get a stick on it. Jutila. Canadians hemmed in on the far side of the rink. Emerson taken out of the play. Palo goes up against Duchesne. The shot comes in. Deflected away.
Arnott teeing that one up. Imanen getting a piece of it, sending it up over the plexiglass. Things are very, very tight. Both teams not willing to give an inch. Arnott, Correa, and Emerson make their way off the ice. Sanderson brings his line out. Sanderson with Sakic and Verbeek. Very hard-working line for the Canadians. Going up against Koivu's line, the offensive line for Finland.
An excellent hockey game. We've seen some great goaltending, great defensive play, and offensively it's been fantastic. 5:43 gone on the period. We know that the Swedes have won the bronze, and the Americans finished fourth. Bergevin's shot is deflected, tipped away from Kiprusoff, and that goes behind the red line. The Canadians, with the shot coming in. Koivu tried to get a stick on it. Finland coming back on the attack with Lehtinen being grabbed down along the boards. The Finnish supporters calling for a penalty. That doesn't work, and a long pass intended for Sakic is grabbed in neutral ice territory. Koivu lets the shot go. Bergevin gets the stick, and that goes upstairs.
You can see how tough it really is. Imanen getting the block on Arnott's shot. That shot from Koivu is deflected up over the plexiglass. Both teams really taking the shooters out of this game. One pass, and that's about it. The other guys are being covered, and it's take a shot and hope for glory.
Well, they have a few thousand balloons right above our heads here. The shot comes in from Nieminen. Nieminen picks it up again. Comes back to the blue line. Another shot deflected away. Ranford between the pipes doing a great job, but that's given right to Nieminen. Nieminen gives it to Thomas, who puts it up into neutral ice territory. Robitaille taps it behind the net. Brindamore is tied up all the way to the boards, and the Finns come right back. Nieminen working with Keskinen and Makala. Makala, Keskinen, that's in the net! Well, big goal for the Finns at 6:51. Keskinen.
The first goal of this game goes to Finland, and between the periods, I'll repeat myself what I said. I turned around, I asked Teemu Selanne to give me a big player for each team. He took Steve Thomas for Canada, and he took Esa Keskinen for Finland. He's right so far. Keskinen with the first goal for the Finns.
A nice little tip right at the side of the net. .651, the time of the goal. The Finns have taken the lead. Ricci, a long pass will be icing as that goes the distance. Mulish got the touch, but it was well over the red line. Listen to the noise in the background. This forum in Milan really has come alive.
This third and final period started out very close checking. It still is the same way, but the Finns have looked a little bit fresher so far in the period. They've outshot the Canadians 6-2 right now, and they've got the only goal of the game through Keskinen.
Laukkanen takes a shot. That goes over to the far side. Corson gets it away from Jutila. Big goal by the Finns. It's important in any game to score the first goal, but, well, they've been silent for so long out there, both teams unable to put the puck over the red line, that is a very, very crucial goal indeed. Curry goes up against Dulles. Dulles pins him against the boards. Ricci now against Helminen. Kapanen steps in. Sador stays on him. Everyone has a man out there. Kapanen falls. Helminen lost behind the net. That comes out over Stromberg's stick, and Immonen goes deep. 7:49 gone on the period. Ojanen loses out. Big hit by Ojanen. The official's arm stays down as the Finns work it out over the Canadian zone. Ojanen still muscles. Canada trying to work it out, trying to get back into this game. Emerson doing a great job through neutralized territory. Flips it over as Arnott breaks for the goal. The pass over, with Arnott being covered by Ojanen, was much too high. Emerson can't tap that down. Paolo goes to the far side of the rink and fires it all the way in. 1-0 the score. The Finns, with a goal by Keskinen, lead it. Blake taps it up. Emerson wants it, can't get the stick on it. Correa breaks in. Correa against Koivu, the battle of the teenagers out there. Koivu is dumped by Correa, but the Finns come up with a puck. Virta has got Peltonen. Shot comes in, and Blake got in front of that. Virta let it ride, and the Canadians give it back to the Finns. Canada standing around a little now as the puck bounces into the corner. The Finns seem to have picked up their game. That goal really has affected their play. They're flying out there. Ojanen goes after Blake. Blake dumps it in. And we have an offside whistle on the play.
Rob Blake dumped the puck into the Finnish zone for Beek. Was on the move, though. He was fresh off the bench and trying to get something going for Canada. Offsides being called by the official. It's hard to hear in this building. The crowd still buzzing after that Finnish goal scored by Keskinen.
Well, we're still looking for Shanahan. He hasn't come back, and we heard earlier that Shanahan actually auditioned for Dino the Dinosaur, for the part in Dino the Dinosaur in the Flintstone movie. Maybe he got the call.
I was just going to say that, Paul. Maybe he got a call between periods. His agent wants him back.
Well, I don't know how he would be as a dinosaur, but as a hockey player, he's absolutely great. Makela flipped it over. Racine taps it up. Jutila has it. Jutila tapped into the zone. The Canadians going back on the defensive as Nieminen fires it into the far side. 9:45 gone on the period. Racine gently up on the boards. A break now as the Finns come in. The shot wide of the target by Stromberg. Canada not looking as quick as the Finns in this period. Going down is Sanderson. Sanderson with Verbeek. A long clearance out of the zone, and Duchesne picks it up. Whistle on the play. Penalty coming up.
Sanderson going to the box for Canada. That's exactly what the Canadians do not need. Cross-checking is the call. That cross-check coming right in the corner in the Finnish zone as the Finns were trying to clear the puck out. The Finns with an important power play now.
Canada penalty at 10 minutes and 12 seconds.
10 minutes, 12 seconds, the time of the penalty to Sanderson. Face-off in neutral ice territory. Comes back onto the Canadian defense. It's shot away by Blake. Kiprusoff. Koivu. Koivu breaking up the middle. Over to the far side to Virta. Lehtinen against Blake. Blake falls. Lehtinen flips it all the way around the boards. Kiprusoff is there. Peltonen at the hash marks. Working with Lehtinen all the way back to Kiprusoff. Back to Lehtinen. The shot Raises the near post. Finland applying the pressure out there. 1:23 on the power play. Virta wants it at the blue line. Pops it in. A little give and go with Koivu. That doesn't work. Lehtinen is back there. Koivu taking off the puck. Richardson taps it away. Thomas goes in quickly and shoots it out of the zone.
Brindamore deflects it all the way into Finnish territory. The Canadians getting 4 fresh players out onto the ice with a minute left now on the penalty to Sanderson.
Makala goes deep. He overskates the puck, and the Finns start it up slowly. Finland shooting it in quickly. That comes all the way out to Niemen and along the boards. He can't keep it in. Canada with Buchberger. Buchberger against Keskinen. Niemen, Hämäläinen rather, taps it up. Nieminen slams on the brakes. His pass is not a good one, and the Finns have to come out of the zone. 28 seconds on the power play. Makala got it back. Nieminen is breaking in. Keskinen had the puck. Offside is a call.
That whistle was a long time coming, but the end result is that it's the right call. The Finns were offsides. I thought they had gotten away with it, but the linesman came from right in front of the Canadian bench and blew the whistle. He might have been hearing it from the Canadians on the bench. Nevertheless, it was offsides. A good call made by the official.
Difficult to see on the replay, but it was an offside. Faceoff comes out of the Canadian zone. An American and a Russian working the lines. A Slovak is the referee. Sidor finds a space and pushes it down the ice as Verbeek chases Jutila. 13 seconds on the power play. 12 minutes gone on the period. 8 minutes remaining on the game. The Finns with a 1-goal lead started up with Helminen. Helminen just drives it in. Ranford is there to pop it off the plexi, but he gives it right to the Finns. The Canadians are back at full strength. Sanderson is on the ice. Laukkanen at the blue line. Traps it right on the line. Just flips it in. Dulles is there. Dulles, a good little move to work himself free. Taps it up on the boards. The Canadian play has slowed down somewhat as they try to get things going and get themselves on the scoreboard. Verbeek hit hard along the boards. Good check, and the Bergevin goes in. Bergevin went in to hit Ruutu, missed him completely, and went right into the boards. The Finns are playing heads-up hockey out there as Virta drops it back. Paolo, the return pass to him wasn't a good one. Robitaille! A shot right off of Mulish. A blistering shot from Robitaille. Robitaille is out front. He's dragged down by Ruutu right in front of the net. And the official's arm is up. Penalty coming up.
Close call. The Canadians almost leveling the score. Robitaille taken from behind by Ruutu. Ruutu will go to the penalty box for Finland. Puck coming right straight across the goal mouth. Interference is a call. Very quickly, Tom Rennie on the Canadian bench wants to have a chat with the players that are going to be on the ice.
The Canadians are told to get into the face-off circle as Ruutu takes his seat at the penalty bench.
Rennie's got an earpiece, and he's listening to Dan Dubé, who's standing right behind us. And I can see Dubé's mouth going 100 miles an hour as he's trying to tell Tom Rennie something on the bench.
Voices from a higher authority. Let's see if they work. 13-16. Gone on the period as the timekeeper has words with the linesman over there. They're now getting a towel over for Ruutu.
Ruutu wanted a towel and a bag of ice. He got both. Bag of ice going right onto his forearm as he sits in the penalty box.
The Canadians on the power play now. That bobbles over Arnott's stick and goes into the corner. Kiprusoff is in there. Comes back to Duchesne. Flips it along to Correa. Arnott goes into the corner. Sakic on the boards. Back to Duchesne. He's got a good shot. That pass over to Sakic is not a good one. Koivu and Sakic race for that. Sakic gets it, and Korea now breaks down the left side, looking for the return pass. Korea goes into the corner. Arnott is there. 3 Canadians pile up, and 3 Finns break out. Lobbed into the corner as Curry is out there. Sakic hangs on to the puck. The Finns not taking any chances, not going for the shot. They just waste time out there and try to kill off this penalty. 1 minute, 8 seconds on the power play. Both teams again make quick changes as Thomas now picks it up. Thomas to Brindamore. Delayed offside. Eventually the whistle blows.
When the Canadians had the puck in the Finnish zone, the Finns weren't even giving them the points. They aren't going to allow Mulish to even have to handle a shot from the blue line if he doesn't have to. They're doing a good job of forcing the Canadians along the boards. The puck is starting to take wonderful and weird bounces, we'll say, and the Canadians are finding it hard to find the handle.
From the face-off, that bubbles past Blake, and the Canadians go deep. Blake starts it out slowly. Rink-wide pass. Back on the attack now. Brindamore goes in quickly. Racine got the puck in. Hämäläinen finds a little space but can't get it out of the zone. Blake's shot is deflected by Keskinen. The Canadians with Racine on the boards, gloving it down. Blake moves up. Racine has it. Tapped into the hash marks. Canada now setting up. Robitaille one-times it. Misses the target. Thomas in the corner. All the way back to Racine. Racine looks to his right and puts it right up into the circle and gives it away.
Not a good pass by Racine. He was looking past Thomas. He was looking for Robitaille. He really should have just given it right back to Steve Thomas.
Brindamore flipped it over to Thomas. One-timer, scores!
Brindamore with the goal.
Whoa, a one-timer as Ruutu steps back on the ice. It's all tied up.
Ruutu, one of the veterans, will wish that he hadn't been victimized there for the penalty. He comes out of the box. The Canadians celebrate a big goal by Brindamore. Mulish going across, but the far post is there, and it's just inside that post. A great shot by Brindamore.
Well, the Canadian coach, George Kingston, used to coach Mulish in Minnesota. Maybe that had something to do with where Brindamore put that shot. 15:32 gone on the third and final period as that comes into the corner. Sakic looking for Verbeek. He goes up on the left wing. Verbeek goes over the line. It's going to be an offside call if the Canadians touch it. The whistle blows.
This is where the Finns are going to have to be careful now. When they scored, the Canadians had to watch out for more things happening because it's a game of momentum, and the Finns started putting more and more pressure on. The Finns take a penalty. The Canadians have struck back with a goal by Brindamore. Now the Finns are going to watch out because the Canadians are pumped up. They're flying high right now. They're still celebrating on the bench. They're really getting themselves going. A lot of talk between the players. Still anybody's game, 1-1, 15:48 gone in this third and final period. Paul, I haven't heard a prediction from you, and you've had the decency not to ask me for one right now. This is tight.
I'm sitting on the fence in this one. Face off to the left of Ranford as he looks down the ice. Ojanen leaves the circle. Ruutu steps in. Ricci is there for Canada. And again, a lot of time being taken on these face-offs. I, for one, wish they would drop the puck. I know how important they are, but drop the puck and get the game going. The fans are loving it. Everybody's loving it. But as they mess around with these pedantic moves out there, it doesn't help anybody. Corson gets it to Duchesne. A little tip-off, and the shadow comes from Ruutu. Duchesne Ruutu goes after him. That goes into neutralized territory. Glove forward. That's why the Finns just skated by it. Palo unable to control it. Tap up on the wing to Ruutu, who just flips it high into the zone. Duchesne is there for Canada. Palo shadowing out front. The Canadians on the far side. Ricci breaks. The pass from Corson doesn't work. Canadians offside on the play. Now they get back over the line. Buchberger going in hard. The far corner. Corson is there. Now Ricci moves in. The Canadians doing a great job of forechecking. Emerson and Correa step on with Arnott now, changing on the fly. The Canadians going on the defensive as the Finns move up. That hit the side of the net. Duchesne picks it up and just flips it high. The Finns almost getting something out of nothing there.
The Canadians have given the Koivu line a lot of respect, but this line of Keskinen, Makala, and Nieminen has been the best one in this game for the Finns. A little bit bigger than Koivu's line. Makala and Nieminen really can lean on people. They're tough in front of the net. And Keskinen is so quick and has a great shot. Put that one off the side of the net. Nieminen muscling it out. Keskinen with the shot. Ranford had to be sharp.
3 minutes, 13 seconds. Face off deep in Canadian territory. Helminen is there. Arnott ties up Helminen. That's shot all the way to the near corner. Emerson trying to get it out. Tap up on the wing. Arnott got the pass over. Couldn't do anything with it as Jutila picked it up. Dropped on the far side. Less than 3 minutes on the hockey game. Arnott takes a swipe at it. Puts it all the way back to Hämäläinen. The Canadians, every man in neutralized territory. Kapanen drops it back. The return pass to Kapanen. Right across the goal mouth. Kapanen working in there with Curry, but Curry was a stride away. Helminen along the boards. Hämäläinen running interferences. Helminen comes out of the zone and then brings it right back in. He's got Kapanen, he's got Curry. Curry the shot. Ranford comes up with a glove hand save.
Big save by Ranford. Arnott didn't pick the right time to come off the ice. The play was going right into the Canadian zone, and Arnott came over to the bench on the fly for a change.
Arnott, who was picked by the players and the general managers and coaches as Rookie of the Year, sits on the bench now. And I'm sure Kingston will say, hey, let's have less of that. The big shot there hit the goaltender right on the head. Ranford felt the full force of that.
Good burst of speed by the Canadian trainer coming off the bench. He was in a full sprint. The linesman had to slow him down. Ranford felt that one. He made the save, but did it the hard way.
Ranford is set now as the face-off takes place to his left. 2 minutes, 20 seconds left on the game. It's all tied up with 1 goal apiece. The winner gets gold. The loser has to settle for silver. We know that the Swedes have bronze and the British are going down. The Swiss are coming up. Bouncing puck into neutralized territory. Cleared up. Virta can't get it. Lehtinen is there. Virta in neutralized territory. Takes it into his own zone. The Finns with more possession in this one. Losing out there as Koivu was upended. 2 minutes to go in the hockey game. Verbeek is hit solidly in neutralized territory. Sakic, Verbeek try to get over that line. Peltonen can't control it. He would have been away with Lehtinen. Lehtinen fires it onto an open wing, and the Canadians and the Finns desert the ice and go for a change.
They just have to be aware that those changes are done at the right time. Sidor swung away from the play and went right back to it because the Finns were coming right at him. Now he's made his way to the bench at the right time.
Palo unable to control it. Robitaille. Duchesne reaches out, and it's tapped back in by Ruutu. Ruutu has Palo now with the puck. Palo, a good move, tries to take the shot. Ranford steers it away. Ruutu is hammered into the boards. Palo comes up to pick up the loose puck. All the way back to the slot area, but Robitaille gets it before It gets to Stromberg. The final minute of the hockey game. It's all tied up, 1 goal apiece. This could go into extra time. Nieminen circles. Nieminen gets the pass. The move at the blue line. Makela takes over. That referee's whistle is going to stay in his pocket, I feel, for the next 60 seconds. Blake, a long pass to the far side of the rink. Stromberg hits the blue line, taps it forward. That goes all the way down the ice. No icing on the play. Makela is there with Nieminen. Ricci comes up with a puck, taps it forward. And the Canadians unable to start it on the far side of the rink with Robitaille muscling a high flip. 19 seconds on the clock. The players are looking tired and they're coming off after a couple of seconds. Keskinen, long shot. Sador picks it up. 9 seconds to go in the hockey game. Sador taps it forward. Flipped away all the way back into Finnish territory. That's the end of the hockey game. We're going into extra time. Well. Keskinen with the only Finnish goal at 6:51 put the Finns ahead. And then on the power play at 15-17, Brindamore leveled the score. And that's the way it stands after 60 minutes of ice hockey. You couldn't ask for a better finish. 1-1, the teams are going to take a break now. What an overtime period we're going to have. Well, we're going to take a look now at the highlights of the periods we have just seen, and what a game it's been.
Certainly has. Keskinen starting it off in the third period for the Finns. We knew the first goal was going to be a big one. The Canadians showed their spirit and their pride. They really just kept working and working. Finally, with the power play opportunity, Brindamore buried the tying goal for the Canadians, and that gave them enough momentum and kept them going right to the end of the period. They were looking very tired.
Well, if they can't score in the sudden death overtime, will go into a shootout. No one likes to see it end. At least I don't. I'm speaking for a lot of people when I say no one, but I think you'd rather see it done during a hockey game. But if not, we'll have a shootout. And if after 5 goals or 5 attempts each, we then go into a sudden death shootout. That's how the Swedes won the gold medal during the Olympics. Who knows? We'll watch the sudden death overtime period in just a moment, though.
If nobody scores after 10, like you said, Paul, 5 players from each team are going to take penalty shots. Paul Correa is one guy that isn't going to want to miss.
We're going to take a break now. Highlights coming up, and then the overtime period. Stay with us. A lot more action to come. Welcome back to the Forum in Milan for overtime hockey in the final game of this 1994 World Ice Hockey Championships. Canada won, Finland won. What a finish to a great 2 weeks of ice hockey right at the end of the season. It really has been a spectacular couple of weeks. And I must say, Bopes, I'm going to miss it. I had a good time in Canazei. The hospitality was great. Bolzano, a beautiful city. Milan, this great rink here. Everybody has been so friendly. The only thing I'm not going to miss is our hotel. I'm not going to mention the name for obvious reasons, but it's the only hotel I've ever been in where you have to wipe your feet when you leave the building. Not up to much at all, but forget about that. What about this hockey game? Who's going to win this hockey game?
Oh, so I get to talk about all the good stuff. Yeah, that's great. I've got some stories to tell, but I'll keep them to myself, Paul, about the hotel. Okay, anyways, here we are. I'm going to say Canada. I'm going to go for the Canadians. They got the late goal to come back, tie it up. They've worked hard. I think they're going to win. There's my answer. Take it for what you think it's worth.
Well, we're surrounded by Scandinavians here. We've got Agi Ellingsen, the great defenseman for Norway, right behind us with a big hockey stick. Teemu Selanne is here also. He's looking over our shoulder, so we have to be careful about who's going to win this hockey game. We've also got some Italians trying to put papers in our face while we're trying to talk. We're still waiting for the teams to come out on the ice. It's a 1-1 game out there, and Bopes thinks the Canadians are going to win it. I feel that the Finns will come up with it. I know I'm a Canadian, and a lot of Canadians will be listening all over Europe, and they're going to say, hey, what kind of guy are you? But I have to go on previous form. I think the Finns will be hungrier. I think they have more mobile defensemen, and I think the defense are going to play a part in this overtime period. Who knows? It's overtime. The teams are so tired now. You can see they're making 15, 20-second changes out there, and it could be a mistake that wins this hockey game. I know that's the obvious thing to say, because usually mistakes create or let in goals or make way for goals, but it could be, and I hope it's not, a big mistake by somebody that lets somebody in to win this hockey game, because they're so tired.
Well, the teams are very tired. There's no question about that. But I still feel that the Canadians are going to come out pumped. They're going to keep playing the body. They're going to grind it out. I think those not so mobile defensemen you might be talking about for Canada are still going to take the Finnish bodies all over the ice. They're not going to give an inch. I think in a clutch situation, personally, I'd take Ranford over Mulish. Both goaltenders have played unbelievable hockey, but I'm still picking Canada. It has nothing to do with being North American, partly due to the fact that I've been getting poked in the back by all these Scandinavian TV people, and maybe my claim to fame in hockey is that Timo Solani hit me from behind after Keskinen scored the goal. Oh well, take your glory when you can get it.
Teams still not out on the ice. The officials not out on the ice, and we're wondering about Shanahan. Brendan Shanahan, we have heard that his shoulder is possibly dislocated. Has not been confirmed, but if it is that bad, then that's a loss to the Canadian team, because Shanahan was working so well out there with Korea.
That's right. The Canadian television network is not far away. Dan Dubé, one of the assistant coaches for Canada, has been sitting with them. He's wired up and relaying things down to the bench. And the initial word is that Shanahan may have a separated shoulder, as you said, Paul.
Lehtinen has come back into the game, as has Ruutu for the Finns in a big way. Both of them left the ice. Ruutu in a lot of pain. He's still receiving treatment when he gets off the ice. He has the ice bag and a towel around that wrist of his, around the forearm. And as I said, he's in a lot of pain, but these guys, if they can help it, will want to stay in this hockey game.
Shots on goal after 2 periods of play was 15 apiece. After 3 periods of play, 28-18, favoring the Finns. They did have more shots going in at Bill Ranford, but shots and statistics mean absolutely nothing right now. It's 1 goal apiece, and an overtime waiting as both teams are taking their last minute or 2 of rest.
The officials are coming out now, as are the Canadians. The only medal the Finns have been able to win over the years has been a silver, and that was back in 1992. The Canadians last picked up a gold in 1961 when the Trail Smoke Eaters did it in Lausanne. They have 19 gold, 9 silver, and 8 bronze. The Canadians would like to add to that collection. The Finns, of course, want to change the color of their medal. A couple of months ago, we saw the Swedes pick up gold, the Canadians silver, and the Finns bronze in the Olympics. Well, now we know that the gold medalists in the Olympics are the bronze medalists here in the World Championships. What will happen during this sudden death overtime? Will the Canadians get another silver, or will they pick up the gold?
Well, one guy who is going to want a gold more than anybody else is young Paul Kariya. In the Olympic Games, I made the comment right at the end of the 3rd period that Korea would definitely want to score if it came to a shootout. We had 1 round of shooters going for the Swedes and the Canadians in that gold medal game in Lillehammer. And in that second shootout, Korea's shot was saved. Forsberg's wasn't for Sweden, and that gave the gold medal to Sweden.
Well, another guy who might want a medal just as bad as Korea is Jari Kurri. Kurri could be playing in his last World Championships. You never know with these guys. The older they get, the better they get. Right now, Kurri is 33 years old, and he's looking as sharp as ever. He's just finished a long season in Los Angeles. Carried on playing here in the World Championships, as I said, looking very, very sharp. He's out on the ice now. The Finns will be playing from left to right. Mulish at one end, Ranford at the other. The Canadians changed their line out there as they had a word with Danko. Helminen gets set. Ricci is there for Canada. Ricci gets it back. Richardson pops it over. The first goal wins the hockey game. Jutila in the corner. No one will want to make a mistake out there. There's no second chance at it. Buchberger. The Finns now started up on the right side. Laukkanen slows it down. Curry circles in front. Curry deep in the corner. Kapanen breaks beyond the blue line. The Finns now over the blue. Helminen gets around Richardson. Buchberger stays with him. Helminen on the puck, slides it all the way back to the blue line. Stromberg's clearance in the zone is not a good one, and Canada coming out now. Up on the wing, the shot comes in. Curry just floats that out of the zone as everyone gets a change out there. Lofted up to Curry. Dropped up on the right wing. 1 minute gone on the period. Long shot. Mulish makes the save. Stromberg is there to pick it up. Sador's shot was seen all the way by the goaltender. And the Finns taking a lot of time getting it out of the zone. Stromberg just flips it out to neutralized territory. Makala almost had that. Nieminen overskated it too. Keskinen tries to bring it in, and eventually the offside whistle blows with 1:21 gone on the overtime period.
Canadians were the only shot on goal so far in this overtime. Mulish handling a long shot. There wasn't any problem for him. Offside is the call against the Finns. A good play right at the blue line by Sador, laying down and blocking the puck. The Finns thought they had something going for themselves.
Face-off comes out outside the Canadian blue line. Koivu is in there. Dropped all the way back to Richardson to the far side. Duchesne. Koivu goes after him and picks up the puck. Verbeek slams on the brakes but can't catch Koivu. Lehtinen breaks on the far side. The Finns now coming in. Pushed away outside the zone. Verta flips out high over the net as Duchesne goes deep. Sakic circles on one side. Long deflection into neutralized territory. Verbeek right in front. Mulish clears it away. Kiprusoff taps it up to Peltonen. Peltonen head-manning the puck. A 2-on-2 situation out there. Koivu is hit. Peltonen picks up the puck, and we have another offside whistle. 2 minutes, 3 seconds gone on this period.
Richardson stepping up right at the blue line. A good play by the big Canadian defenseman. Verbeek getting back in a hurry. Verbeek had gotten the puck into the Finnish zone. Sanderson was wide open in the slot. Verbeek went to the goal with it. Mulish made the save, and the Finns were right back at the Canadians. Verbeek did a good job of back-checking, and Richardson, as I said, did a good job right at the blue line on Koivu.
That face-off is whistled down as everyone was out of position there. They're going to do it again. A couple of seconds have ticked off on the clock. Ojanen steps out of the circle. Ruutu moves in. Brindamore gets it back. The Canadians continue to win the faceoffs. That could be crucial in this one. A long, high flip in to Thomas from Racine. Racine puts it behind the net. Robitaille is in there. Bouncing puck. Robitaille lets his shot go in front of the net. Ruutu is there to work it up on the left side. Robitaille goes after. Ruutu gets a stick on it. Thomas backhands it in. Jutila flips it out of the zone all the way down the ice. Icing is the call. Face-off will go back into Finnish territory.
Both teams not hesitating to change with this stoppage of play. Utila's pass wasn't really going to anybody in the neutral zone, especially. Neither team want any giveaways.
Helminen is at center for the Finns. Ricci is there for Canada. Bookberger moves over and has a chat with Corson. Richardson comes up close. Ricci gets it back. The Canadians with Blake faking the shot. Lets it go upstairs. Mulish got a tip, and that went over the top of the net. Bookberger muscles in the corner. Laukkanen collects, shadowed by Corson. Stromberg is on one side, pass up the middle of Curry, and Curry's deflection up to Hellman is pushed away. Corson gets it into the zone. Stromberg, as we approach the 3-minute mark, Stromberg shadowed by Corson. Tip up the wing to Laukkanen, and again it goes all the way down the ice. Icing is the call. The Finns have gone back into a shell. A little rope-a-dope hockey out there as they curl up and play defensive stuff. I'm sure they won't do that for long.
They aren't going to be able to. Korea brings his line out onto the ice. Ricci takes his line off. If you're into stats, though, Mike Ricci is probably the best face-off man in these World Championships. He wins the majority of his draws. Ricci pulled that one back very neatly for Blake earlier. Good shot taken by Blake.
Keskinen against the teenager Arnott. That comes back. Keskinen wins the draw, and the Finns with Jutila. Jutila leaves it. The return pass by Makela is intercepted. Korea so quick on that puck. His pass over is deflected away. Verbeek falls down, and Keskinen picks it up. Keskinen has Makela on the wing. Keskinen hits the blue line. Makela picks up the puck, slides it over. Niemanen's right in front. Whoa, big shot. Helminen or Hämäläinen comes in and lets it go. Makela coming back on the D as that is poked out to Hämäläinen. A slow build up there almost worked for the Finns.
It did look like slow motion. The play looked like it had totally broken down. The Finns got a shot out of nowhere. Ranford with great reflexes to keep the Canadians in this game.
Offside is the call as they change up. Face-off comes out into neutral or ice territory. 3 minutes 51 seconds gone on this overtime period.
Mulish has faced 3 shots in the Finnish goal. Ranford won, but that one was a testy one.
Sakic against Koivu. We're going to see a lot from Koivu in this game. We're going to see a lot from Keskinen's line too. Going in the corner, Kiprusoff tries to move it behind the goal. That doesn't work. Sakic is in there. Koivu now and Kiprusoff. 2-on-2 situation. The Canadians bring it out right in front of the net. Duchesne lets the shot go. That goes to the far side to Blake. Blake taps it in quickly. The shot right on the target. The rebound is there. Verbeek unable to get a stick on it. And that comes all the way to the near corner. The Canadians peppering that goal. Big hit there by Sakic. Punch back into the zone. Lehtinen picks it up, gets it up to Peltonen. Peltonen moves over. Peltonen with room to shoot. Doesn't get the shot away. Canada coming back on the attack. Flipped over to the far side. Return pass into the middle. 4:45 gone. Verbeek lets it go, and Koivu got it out. Coming back now. Peltonen. Peltonen tries to get it out front. Bergevin takes his man out. Palo gets in there quickly, and that's deflected away. Good end-to-end stuff.
A lot of superb individual things happening on the ice. Immonen blocking the shot from Verbeek very nicely. The puck goes right back out of the Finnish zone, and Peltonen's going the other way and tries to make something happen for the Finns. It's just superb hockey all the way around. Bergevin doing a nice job taking him out. Peltonen squeezed out of the play. The Canadians back in numbers, 3 players back. No problem there. The puck was flipped up into the crowd.
4 minutes 55 seconds gone on the overtime period. Pass up to Robitaille. Robitaille just flips it all the way down the ice. Immonen is there for Finland, shadowed by Brindamore. Quick pass up to Palo. Palo leaves it on the blue line, and Ojanen almost skated away with that. Racine drives it off the boards. Ojanen falling right at the blue, dumps it in. 5 minutes and 21 seconds gone. The Canadians bring it out quickly. The Finns are stacking that blue line as it's flipped all the way in. Laukkanen gets there first. Slices at that. It goes high, and we have another face-off. It'll be deep in Finnish territory.
And that was a break for the Finns. Thomas putting a lot of pressure on Laukkanen. His chop made it over the plexi, and it was a good thing because Brindamore was waiting on the boards for the puck to come right to him.
Kurt Lindstrom in your picture now continues to dish out the advice on that Finnish bench. From the face-off, the Finns pick it up and start to move forward. Curry on the right wing loses that in his skate. Comes all the way back. Jutsala can't hang on. Laukkanen circles nicely. Laukkanen up the right side. Laukkanen is taken out of the picture, and Jutsala has to go deep. 5:49 gone on the period. Curry drops it back. Flip up on the wing. Laukkanen gently taps it into the Canadian half of the ice, but Richardson brings it right back in. Helminen has Kapanen turning up the middle. Kapanen grabs it, unable to control it. That's flipped over. Emerson now loses out. Helminen shoots, and that's blocked at the defense. The Canadians breaking quickly. A breakaway now. Korea going in on the backhand. Great save by Mulish. Korea picks it up and tries to get it out front. What a hockey game. Emerson fires it into the corner. Korea unable to put it away. 6 minutes and 30 seconds gone. Helminen now slowly up. Helminen is told to tip it in by Jari Kurri as the Finns go for a big change. Canada caught the Finns changing on the fly, and Korea rather, just couldn't win the hockey game.
I've said it 2 or 3 times about line changes. The Finns had gone for lunch. The Canadians were still playing the game. 3 Canadians going down the ice. Korea all by himself. I don't think the odds were on Mulish saving that puck. He made a tremendous save, and the Finns are still in this game.
Let's watch this again.
Paul Korea off to the races. He's there, goes to the backhand. Mulish goes with him. A great save by Mulish.
Six minutes, 55 seconds gone on this sudden death overtime period. Boy, you don't get closer than that from the face-off. Keskinen's line is out there. Keskinen drops it into the corner. The Canadians pick it up. Bouncing puck, a chance, a shot. Right beyond the post. Sakic again came close for Canada. For Beek, Sakic. Sakic being muscled along the boards. The Canadians continue to apply the pressure. Keskinen now goes in as Sador tries to get it. Dallas is back at the blue line. The Canadians working right in front. The shot comes in with Sanderson letting it go, but Mulish grabbed it right in the crease.
Happy birthday for Jarmo Mulish. He's never been so happy to see the puck come into his glove in his life. The Canadians all over the Finns once again. This type of game definitely will favor the Canadians. Bump and grind and just dig it out along the boards. The Canadians are walking away from the Finns. Sakic with a couple of opportunities. The Canadians going close.
7 minutes, 31 seconds gone. Duchesne puts the glove down and can't grab it. Koivu goes after him as that goes to the far side. Peltonen and Lehtinen are forechecking out there. The Canadians certainly have the momentum as that comes down on to Stromberg's stick. Stromberg fires it down the ice. No icing on the play. Ranford is out of his net. He pushes it along the boards. The Canadians looking to get something going. 2 minutes remaining on the overtime period. Immonen tips it to the far side. Immonen starts it up. Immonen lets the long shot go right off the pads. Duchesne for Canada. Flips it up to the far side of the red line. His pass originated on the Canadian side of the blue line. That's a 2-line pass.
Again, the Finns nearly caught. Steve Thomas had been out on the ice a while, so he was tired and really didn't have a lot of energy left, but he was just over the red line and took that pass after the puck had gone over 2 lines.
The Canadians looking for that quick break. Got it once and almost got it again. Face off. The top of the circle to the right of Ranford. Ojanen and Ricci in the face-off circle. Ojanen gets it back. A chance for a shot. It comes in from Laukkanen. Laukkanen will pick up the rebound. Laukkanen fakes the first shot. He's brought down. The referee keeps his arm down. A minute and a half to go. Long shot comes in. Jutila let it fly, and Ranford made an easy save. Just flipped out of the zone. This could go into a penalty shootout. Laukkanen against Ricci. Ricci takes Laukkanen out, falls down, and the puck is smothered in the corner, and right away Jutila, the captain, says let's have a face-off outside the zone.
Ricci going in hard, doing his job, taking Laukkanen out of the play. Ricci ends up on top of the puck. Face-off will come back outside of the finish zone.
That's a good call by the officials. The Canadians smothered the puck deep in Finnish territory, and so the face-off has to come out of the zone. One minute, 17 seconds remaining on the period. Arnott gets that back. The Canadians just drive it right in. Mulish comes out to stop it. Kiprusoff is there for Finland. Kiprusoff throws it up onto the wing. The Canadians have outplayed the Finns in this overtime period, but that means nothing. The first team to score wins. Canada now slowly working the puck out. Correa goes up on the right side. Dulles finds an opening, taps it up to Correa. He takes it over the blue, and that would have been an offside call had he touched the puck. Mulish comes out again. That's a weird bounce. Mulish is going to have to be alert on those. Tipped over to the near side. 30 seconds on the overtime period. Curry gets a high stick on that, and again the official sees it and whistles it down. The face-off comes deep into Finnish territory with just 26 seconds remaining on this period.
Well, that's a pretty crucial play right there. Curry getting his stick up over his shoulders and knocking the puck down. It could prove costly because the face-off is going to be deep in Finnish territory with only 26 seconds left on this overtime. That's not exactly what the Finns wanted.
Sakic goes out to take the face-off for Canada. The Canadians giving instructions from the bench. The linesman wants Canada to get in a position. Sanderson goes up onto the wing. Blake is back at the D. The Finns have been waiting there all the time. The Finns know exactly what they want to do. Sakic gets set, and the official tells him how to take a face-off. Ojanen or Keskinen rather, is kicked out of the circle. Sakic stays there, and still they discuss this face-off. Good draw, comes right back to Shane, lets a shot go. Sanderson goes in there. Blake is back at the blue line. The Canadians pick it up on the red line. Jutila was camped out right on the post, acting as a goaltender. Duchesne tries to pepper it back in. Makela has it, up to Keskinen. Nieminen tried to break with 8 seconds. Makela picks it up. Makela making a move down the right side. Pushed into the corner with just a couple of seconds on the period. There goes the buzzer. The period has ended, and the players go back to their respective benches. We're going to have a shootout.
Unbelievable action. Everybody on the edge of their seats. 5 shots for the Canadians, 3 for the Finns in the extra time. Nobody able to put a puck away.
The indication from the officials is that they want 5 names. Tom Rennie gets out his pad and paper. They will give a list of 5. Each team will get 5 shooters. The shot starts from the shooter starts at the red line. Everyone else except the goaltender is away from the shooter. He gets 1 bite at the cherry. He goes in on the goalie. He can shoot. He can try to pull him out, but he's got to go directly towards the net.
You've said it all, Paul. We've seen it before, and we're going to see it again.
We've talked about this before. We talked about it in the Olympics. who has the pressure on them the most, the goaltender or the shooter?
Well, you're never going to admit that it's the goalie because you were a goalie. I say it's the shooter.
I say it's the shooter too, I think, because the shooter is right at center ice. He has to skate in. If I was out there right now with about, I don't know how many millions of people watching on television and over 8,000 or 9,000, 9,000 in this building, he's got to get the legs moving. He's got to make the move on the goalie. The goalie just has to stand there, and I know that makes it sound simple, but he has to stand there and make the save. I would say the pressure is on the shooter, not only to score a goal, but to even hit the net.
I agree with you totally.
Thank you very much.
I think with all the pasta and the mountain air, you're coming around nicely. We're going to forget for a minute that you were a goalie.
Jutila and Robitaille are over there talking it over. They're tossing a coin to see who gets the choice. The chooser will decide who goes first or who goes second. The finger is pointed at Robitaille. What does he want to do? Does he want to go first or does he want to go second? Jutila goes over to his bench. Mulish is having words with Jutila. Kurt Lindstrom is walking along the bench, and Jutila now has the finger pointed at him. It looks like the Finns are going to go first. Ranford goes out between the pipes. It's a 1-1 hockey game. We've had sudden death overtime, and now we're going to have a shootout. Ranford is between the pipes for Canada. Each team, as I said, will have 5 shooters, and Ranford is now being told by the referee that he should go to the other end of the rink. So Ranford gets set. Mulish makes his way down to the other end of the rink. And everyone leaning over the benches. The Canadians with virtually no one sitting down except Paul Correa. Correa sits on the bench. I don't think he wants to watch this. A lot of discussion. Finally, the puck is put down, and Nieminen comes out for the Finns. Nieminen, with all that experience, gets to go first.
Mulish being told he has to go to his bench. He can't stand there in the net while Nieminen goes in on Ranford.
The officials do not want any distractions at all. Nieminen goes in. Nieminen tries to put it upstairs. Ranford comes up big.
You could see that Nieminen was going to shoot that puck all the way. He kept it on the forehand. He wasn't dropping the shoulders. He didn't have any look on his face at all like he was going to go to the deep. Walked right in. Ranford made the right decision.
Robitaille now for Canada. Mulish comes out of his net. Robitaille scores! Robitaille gets mobbed at the bench. But we still have 4 more shooters apiece. Koivu now.
Robitaille went in very coolly and just picked his corner.
Koivu comes in quickly, tries to go on the backhand side. Ranford is there. Whoa, the Canadians continue to celebrate.
Koivu going right in on the net, goes to the backhand. Ranford goes with him. Ranford went right to the bench. The Canadians aren't going anywhere near Bill Ranford.
Sakic, that's number 2. You're absolutely right, folks. The Canadians, very superstitious about that. They left Ranford alone. They were going crazy on the bench as they are now, congratulating Sakic, but Ranford is left to his own devices out there.
They are. He is right out of it. He's by himself when he comes to that bench.
Keskinen Misses the target.
Paul, you mentioned before that Mulish had been coached in the NHL by George Kingston. This may be partly why the Canadians have taken the same shot twice. Keskinen going in on the net, his backhander goes wide of the goal. Mulish has been beaten twice by the Canadians in the same spot.
Sanderson with that all-important goal coming up now. If he gets it, misses the net. That could have been the one. That would have been 3 overtime goals for the Canadians. And the Finns, with only 2 shooters, couldn't have caught up.
Sanderson elected to go to the glove side low. The puck went just wide of the net. Sanderson thought he'd pick the corner.
The big man himself, Curry, scores! 2-1 in overtime.
Well, there's a guy that's done it all before. Curry just casually went into the net, kept the puck on the forehand side, snapped the wrist shot into the goal.
Paul Kariya now for Canada. Kariya comes in, hits the blue line on the forehand, lets the shot go. Mulish comes up big!
You've got to feel sorry for the kid. He is really under pressure. The crowd reacting to him. He had a breakaway in the overtime period and couldn't bury it, and now his shot has been saved nicely by Mulish. Important one for Makela. Makela, the 5th player to come down, lets a shot go. Scores!
It's all tied up again.
It looks like Pat Verbeek is going to be the man to take the 5th Canadian shot. A nice goal by Makela. Has leveled it 2 goals apiece, but the Canadians have the last shot, and it's Pat Verbeek that's going to take it.
Tell me there's no pressure on these players. Verbeek goes in, lets the shot go. Mulish, big save. Oh my Lord, what a hockey game. Talk about a comeback as Mulish stares the Canadians down on the bench. Oh, what a hockey game.
Canadians scored their first 2 goals and then couldn't get anything after that. The Finns missed their first 3 and scored their last 2.
Just incredible stuff. We now go into another shootout here, and they go back to the coaches to carry on with the list. More paper being brought over. Mulish takes a break. Ranford takes a break. Just an incredible hockey game. No goals scored in the first period, no goals scored in the second. Keskinen came up so big with that goal at 6:51 of the third, and then Brindamore on the power play at 15:17 of the third tied it up. 10 minutes of overtime, sudden death, nothing at all. 1-1 the score, and then we've had 5 shooters from each team. Robitaille scored, Nieminen missed, Sakic scored, Koivu missed, Sanderson, Keskinen missed, Kariya missed. Curry got that all-important goal to bring the Finns back into it. Verbeek missed, and Makela got the goal that kept this game going.
This is just excellent World Championship hockey, and this has got to be a boost for Italian hockey, Paul. A lot of Italians have been in the crowd. Their people are here watching. They are enjoying every minute of this.
Well, as we said before, the Italians have been great hosts. They really have pulled out all the stops. 3 magnificent venues in Bolzano, Canazei, and this forum in Milan, which is one of the most spectacular places I've ever seen. All sorts of facilities, not just related to hockey, but to several other sports: tennis, squash, basketball, football, swimming. Just an incredible place, and a great tournament for 2 weeks. As I said, the Swedes, or the Italians rather, really have done the business on this one.
Paul, it's nail-biting stuff out there.
No, I'm not going to make a choice.
Guys, no, I'm not saying anything about that. Guys that know Shane Corson that are watching this game can appreciate this one. The helmet is pulled down almost over the eyes. He looks sort of like Marvin the Martian off the Bugs Bunny Hour, and he's on the bench saying, "Coach, I'm ready, I'm ready." The coaches are talking things over, and he's saying, "Yeah, give me a shot, give me a shot." What a character.
Well, the Finns will go first. Ranford goes down the ice, and now he's being called back. They haven't sorted this one out. The referee is talking to Mulish, but Ranford has gone down into the goal. Now Mulish goes down into his goal. The Finns went first the first time. Now the Canadians are going first. Canada with Robitaille. Robitaille comes in, takes the shot, and that's goal number 1 for Canada. Robitaille goes through the motions, gets mobbed at the bench.
Well, he's sort of come over to the bench and mobbed his teammates. Robitaille, very excited, a great goal. Long reach by Robitaille. He put the puck on the backhander and put it around Mulish.
Nieminen is out there for the Finns. He missed the first time. What can he do on the second attempt? Nieminen, a great hockey player, goes in. Ranford goes down. Whoa! Misses! Canada win the gold! Canada go back deep to celebrate as Ranford is mobbed at the blue line. Gloves all over the place, sticks flying through the air. And Canada have won their first goal since 1961.
Shanahan with one arm comes out onto the ice. He's got one in his sleeve, one is tucked away. He's in there to congratulate. He's got his trainers on and he's come running out onto the ice. The Canadians are absolutely over the moon about this win.
Well, they were robbed of a gold medal in a similar situation a couple of months ago in the Olympics. The Swedes took the gold, but now it's their turn. Nieminen going in on the backhand. Can't put it beyond Ranford.
Bergevin has just stripped the helmet off Robitaille and grabbed him for a big hug and a kiss.
Well, a lot of people questioned the Canadian commitment when they came here. There are stories winging around Italy about them going to various parties, getting trapped in elevators at 3 o'clock in the morning. But when it came down to it, boy, they played some good hockey.
What more can you say? They've won the gold medal. They've put currency into the system, kept the revenue going in the country, and they've boosted the economy through their off-ice actions.
We're going to leave this. We hope you've enjoyed it. Until the next time, from Richard Beaupre and myself, Paul Ferguson, goodbye, and thanks for watching Eurosport.